The Intruder, by Erican Books. It's been a few months since the story I'm about to tell you happened, but I still hide under my blankets when I hear loud footsteps outside my room. I never know if it's my parents or something else. I guess I should tell you who I am. My name is Jacob and I am 12 years old. My parents gave me a new tablet on my 12th birthday. I used it to play games all summer, especially Roblox. Roblox was my favorite game up until a few months ago, when the disturbing event happened. I'm too scared to open the Roblox app now. It all happened one day when my parents were going to the grocery store to buy food for dinner. I was playing doors with random players. We started off with 8 players, but people were slowly dying in the game. By the time we got to door 0050, there were only 3 of us left. I had been trying to complete doors for several days, but I kept dying when I reached the last few rooms. I knew I could beat the game, I just had to try harder. That's why when my parents told me to get ready to go to the store, I begged them to let me stay home to finish the game. According to them, I am too young to be home alone. And since I don't have any older siblings, they always took me with them when they went out. But this time I insisted that I would be fine home alone. Please, I begged. I'm in the middle of a game. Please, I'm 12 already, I can look out for myself. You're still too little to be left alone, my mom said. I told them I would make sure to lock the doors. And if anything happened, I would run to the neighbor's house. Our neighbor is a little old lady named Mrs. Judy. She's very nice to us. She lives by herself, so sometimes when she makes large meals, she brings us food. My parents looked at each other. Fine, my mom said. She told me to call them if anything happened, and I told her that I would. After they left, I went back to the couch and continued the game. By that point, it was only me and another player left in the game. That's when he started typing out strange messages in the chat. The player asked me about personal stuff that my parents had told me not to tell strangers. He was a bacon hair, like me, with a glowing red eye. Instead of trying to find the keys to open doors, he followed me around the rooms. I would go into a room to search for vitamins to get my health back up, and he would be right behind. Then I would go into another room to search for a flashlight, and there he was again chasing after me. He kept asking me weird questions as he followed me from room to room. He wanted to know my name and my age. He wasn't even trying to complete the game anymore, his character would just pause next to mine. It was creeping me out. I want to complete the game, I typed in the chat. Are you going to help or not? Yes, sorry, he responded. I just wanted to make a new friend. I didn't respond to his message, I just kept searching for the door keys. He started to play the game normally again for a while, then he went back to asking questions again. Do you like Minecraft? He asked. This was a normal question, so I responded that I did. Let me guess, your favorite mob is the creeper. I was going to tell him the creeper was my favorite, but then I realized I was wearing a Minecraft shirt that had a creeper on it. I was unsettled at first. I thought it was weird that he was asking me about Minecraft and creepers while I wore a Minecraft creeper shirt. But then I thought to myself, a lot of Roblox players also like Minecraft. And who doesn't like creepers? We talked about Minecraft for a while, but then he went back to asking personal questions. Do you have any siblings? He asked. That question wasn't too weird, but it still seemed strange based on the previous questions he asked me. I told him I didn't have siblings. He kept asking questions like, what school do you go to? What's your teacher's name? I knew I shouldn't answer those. Let's just complete the game. We're almost at the end, I responded. But he kept asking and asking questions. Finally, I decided to tell him to leave me alone. I am going to finish the game by myself, so why don't you just leave me alone? Do you like to be alone? He asked. I didn't respond. Is that why you didn't go with your parents? Because you wanted to stay home alone to play Roblox on your living room couch? My heart dropped when I read that. Something inside me told me to run to my bedroom, so I did. I tossed the tablet aside and ran to my room. I locked the door behind me and hid under the bed. That's when I realized I had forgotten to lock the house doors. I held my breath and listened quietly. I looked at the space under the door to see if there was any movement. I was trying to figure out if somebody was watching me from inside the house or if they had just seen me through a window. After some time, I heard the back door open and close. Then heavy footsteps made their way from the back door to the living room. I could see their shadow under my bedroom door as they passed by. The footsteps moved from the living room to the kitchen. I reached for my phone and realized I didn't have it. I had left it somewhere in the living room when I was playing on my tablet. I heard the sink cabinets opening and closing. I think whatever or whoever was out there thought I had hidden inside a cabinet. And then there was a loud metallic rattle, like somebody had knocked over a bunch of cooking pans. This was followed by fast footsteps heading toward the back door. I saw the shadow pass by again, this time quicker and in the opposite direction than before. Then I heard the back door open and close. It sounded like the person or thing had run out of the house. I remained under my bed for a while longer until I heard the front door open, followed by familiar voices. It was my parents. I ran to greet them and told them everything that happened. My mom and I went back into my room while my dad searched the house. He then went to the backyard. When he came back into the house, he had an old, dirty white shoe in his hand. He said he found it by the fence. The person who broke into the house probably got spooked when they saw my parents were back home. The only reason my parents came back earlier than expected was because my dad forgot his wallet in the house. I haven't stayed home alone ever since. Once in a while, especially at night when my parents have gone to bed, I stay up and wonder what that person wanted. I fear they'll come back to find me one day.